Echo. Welcome to the Monster Trio podcast. I'm Matt.
I'm Tawan.
And I'm Dominique. And in this week's episode, we are doing our chapter reviews. We'll be going over My Hero Academia chapter 303, as well as One Piece chapter 1005.
Yep.
Guys, do it again. Do it again. I think it just now started recording. It says 6 seconds.
Oh, okay. I can't see anything.
It's fine. You don't have to press anything.
Yeah.
I'll just cut this little bit out, but it's just now saying that it started recording.
You just start recording. Welcome to the Monster Trio podcast. I'm Matt.
I'm Tawan.
And I'm Dominique. And in this week's episode, we will be doing our chapter reviews. We're going over My Hero Academia chapter 303 and One Piece chapter 1005.
And we are going to be talking about One Piece first. And we have a Sanji chapter, guys. Sanji, baby!
Oh, man. I knew Matt was going to love this chapter.
I'm very indifferent on it a little bit, but I mean we'll start with page 1, where Black Maria is just discussing her evil plan of how to capture Nico Robin, and needing the aid of Sanji in order to do that. She sets her traps up, just telling him she will never be able to slip through these traps. My spider webs are the most impenetrable things in the world. Like once somebody steps in my spider web, I can feel the strings pull. Just like evil, almost like evil Doctor Doom, evil stuff. Like just capture the hero. She's captured the hero of the story in the situation, and just telling him all her evil plans, and he can't do anything.
Jumping, it's because you're talking about this, like her indestructible, her webs essentially. It makes me curious because she was saying like you can't get out of them, you're stuck forever. But then we have, just totally off topic a little bit, but Doflamingo's threads that can't be cut, like, or anything like that. So what do you think would win in that battle? Like if Doflamingo's threads hit her webs?
Yeah, I think Doflamingo, just because Doflamingo has Conqueror's Haki and he's like more evil doer than the Roby Topo. But at the same time, like I think it's not like her spiderwebs are not strong. I mean, Sanji's also I still believe he's being captured on his own accord because he's never going to hit a woman.
I mean, is she really a woman? She's part spider.
She's a woman spider. I mean,
it's like Billy.
when we get to the last page of this, and yeah, I mean, I think she's pretty woman-esque. But that's
yeah. Spoiler. I'm kidding.
That's at the end of the thing, though. But
I don't know.
End of the chapter.
But I don't know if I would say Sanji. He's not purposefully captured. He's captured because he can't get out. Like I don't think it was purposeful. I think as she was saying to him, like the webs that once you're in them, you can't get out. So he didn't purposefully get captured. He just stepped in the web and couldn't go anywhere. And even after he like kind of got out of the first time and beat up those guys last chapter, he fell into another web and like is stuck again. And this time she was probably just like, I'm wrapping you up super duper this time. Now I'm just gonna let you speak. Call Robin, and then she pulled out the dang knuckle.
The brass knuckles.
Man.
So I think that does show that she can't use Haki. So I mean, it can only hurt so much. He could have, armed himself.
Yeah.
Or she's just super badass and was like, screw Haki, brass knuckles, boy. We're going old school.
I'm a brass knuckles these hot. I'm a Haki these brass knuckles and hit you twice as hard. Maybe that's what she was thinking.
Goodness.
Yeah, and then then people are like, oh yeah, he's just taking the punishment to take punishment. But I mean, Sanji is always thinking 3 steps ahead of everybody, and he actually calls Robin for help. And when I first read this, I'm like, Sanji, what you doing, boy? Why are you doing this? And then everything started to click with like the one-eyed women and the rats after the next page. Like everybody is literally hearing it from Sanji calling help. And all like her spy animals are actually messing out for Robin to come to the 3rd floor, which is also letting everybody else know where the animals are and how to prevent Black Maria from spying on everybody.
Combo breaker. Sorry, just looking at her like pounding on Sanji with those brass knuckles. She was 45 piecing him in the face.
Take one of these, and some of these, and some of these, and
that one older woman. if he if he wasn't an enemy, I'd be in love.
Yeah, like they also announced like yeah, sorry. But like everybody's like, oh, Sanji, he's doing like the most pathetic thing ever, and it's like, no, everybody can hear him, and that's when, like, was it?
Well, did you think that he would actually call for Robin? Like when Black Maria was
initially,
beating them up, and then he was like, "Wait, give me a second. I have something to say." And they were like, "Oh, I don't think he's gonna say anything. He's gonna say something stupid and piss her off more." Did you think that your boy was gonna be like, "Robin, save me"? Or did you think Sandy was gonna be like,
nah.
kind of like when the nail hit him with lightning? Thank you for the light. Like, do you think he was gonna say something
Thanks.
cool and badass,
Yeah,
or do you think he was gonna be like, "Save me, Robin"?
I thought he was gonna do something badass, saying like thanks for the. I thought he was gonna do like the Endel things, like thanks for the light and kind of thing. Like, oh, can you reach in my pocket and grab me a cigarette real quick? No, but no, it shocked me with the save Robin, but it was like all the the numbers saying, oh, look at how pathetic he is. He's asking for a woman for not even a woman for help. He's just asking for help. He's telling everybody, oh, he's been captured. But then Marco's the boy being like, he's actually doing something pretty good, and that's when all the eyebrows raise, and it's like,
it wasn't even the numbers. Also, that like calling him pathetic. It was Law's crew and Kid's crew. Yeah. So the members of two other crews were like, "Damn, that's pathetic." Like, because it's I wish I remember Law's guy's name, but then it's also Panda and Penguin, Beppo? And they're both. Yeah, Beppo. No, but that's Law's guy. I'm saying Kid's guy.
Kid's guy. I can't remember the Kid's guy.
But yeah, like all of them were just kind of like, you pansy, like me. But I mean, we knew. I guess I didn't think he was gonna call for Robin. But I'm glad he did, because I've been waiting for Robin to get her shine. Ever since, honestly, I don't think she's done a whole lot of anything since she joined the crew. Like, we saw her super badass with Crocodile when she was undercover trying to find more poneglyphs through him, working with him. But then once she kind of joined the crew, they didn't have her do a lot. She kind of like we didn't see a lot of the badass Nico Robin. So I'm really glad that she got called this chapter.
Yeah, I mean, in Skypiea, she like just went off on her own. Fishman Island, actually, even after when they got Fishman Island, she did the same thing. Was she there when Jinbei told the story? I just can't remember that part right now. Like the story of the Neptune's wife.
I cannot recall. But I wasn't expecting her to get called either. That was really surprising. I thought he was going to be like real stubborn about it. But I never for a second thought that those webs were going to like keep Robin down. Like the fact, because I know she can grow her arms out of everything, and literally out of her body, she would just grab and hold her legs. So I was like, well, it's not going to really, inhibit her in any way. So
that was my thought. My thought was that she was going to come into the room. She was going to like use her eyes. She was going to put some eyes in the room, see the traps, and then just make a bridge of her own limbs over the webs to come into the room.
She can also fly, because she can make wings out of her.
That's true. She can make the wings for her.
So like I never for a second thought that she was going to get caught by that trap.
No. Speaking of wings, before we get to how she didn't get caught by the trap, Marco and King in that panel, where's Queen? Where's Queen at now? Because now it's just Marco and King battling, and then King's other subordinates who fly, and then a couple just like general crewmates and beast pirates down there, but there's no Queen. So where's Queen at now?
Doing Queen things.
Is that where Sanji gets to go next?
Yeah, I mean, I felt like he was going to fight Queen in the first place, but I was also thinking that, Luffy was going to fight Kaido, Zoro fight King, Sanji Queen, and, Jack is just, a side character at this point, even though he came back this chapter. But
the two panels under that also, Jinbei looks like he's taking more damage than Who's Who, but Sasaki looks like he's taking a lot of damage against Frankie.
I think Frankie's going to win that fight. Like Frankie said he ain't afraid to go against big moms. Like how are we gonna be able to be the best pirates if we don't feel like we can stand up against the best pirates?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that.
Plus, General Frankie's just awesome. I just like what you said. Like I think a couple of weeks ago, just want Chopper, Usopp, and Luffy just like crash down and see General Frankie do like a giant laser beam to kill him off, and just be, oh my god, like it's mecha.
I'm always disappointed when Frankie does anything in his mecha suit and Luffy, Usopp, and Chopper aren't all there to just be impressed by it.
Yeah. Especially anytime it involves a laser beam, because they love laser beams.
Laser beam, or I don't think he's done anything with the hair of General Frankie yet, but if he presses his nose and then just this afro hairdo comes out of the General Frankie instead, that's
right. Oh man.
And then ending his words in mecha afterwards. Oh my god, he really is a robot, which Frankie is a robot.
Yep. But like, so now getting towards Sanji's escape, when he was like, "You're gonna let me go," and she said, "No, you're gonna be like these other guys, like my slaves." Typical Sanji, but I want to love all the ladies.
Oh, every single one.
I can't just love you, Black Maria. All the women are for me.
Also, was this like a subtle innuendo joke with Sanji with like, so my color or armament hockey is going soft?
Oh, I never thought of that. Oh my god.
I thought he's been like, when I first read it, I thought he was just using armament hockey like the lowest level so he doesn't get hurt, but also doesn't hurt her. But now that you're saying that, I mean,
I think that's the way Oda intended it. Like, well, I think it was. Now that he said that, I think it's both. Like, it is like legit. He was still using his armament hockey, but just lower, so her punch didn't hurt her hand because his hockey was just so strong. But at the same time, it was also Oda being like,
"Get it?
Wink, wink.
Get it?"
Ooh, and then Robin coming in with the Gigantesco Mono spank and just smack the lipstick off of Black Maria.
And that's what I was expecting. Literally just to come out of the wall or something. Or, to grab all of her legs. But yeah, definitely was expecting that. But the disrespect. Awesome. The disrespect.
No, I was happy about that. And then I wasn't expecting actually Brooke to come and save like the spider webs when he came in and just froze everything with the icy chill of hell.
Was not expecting to see him. Was not expecting Brooke. That was a nice touch.
But it was also nice as a convenient way to get out of that, freeze the webs and then you don't have to worry about how sticky they are.
Yep. And he cut down Sanji so smooth.
Also, that's even all the more reason that Doflamingo would have easily been able to, his strings are sharper. Like he made that bird cage, no one could get out.
That's the next chapter. Sanji, after Sanji's trying to escape, he's like, "Thank you, I gotta hurry and get to Kinemon's group. For some strange reason, I can't see myself winning here." Brooke and Robin like, "Yeah, we know."
I wonder why that might be, Sanji. Yeah. I wonder why.
It's like him versus Khalifa in Water Set or in Ennie's lobby.
Yeah.
Like he just happened to be in her room. Was he gonna win that room? No. Was he ever gonna win that room? No.
He just wanted to be there.
But I guess that now also makes sense. I know I said it earlier, thinking if Sanji was gonna fight Queen, I think he's actually gonna fight Jack. Because Jack's going down to the samurai as well, and Jack's injured. Sanji's going down to the samurai, so that actually looks like the matchup for him. Which Jack's a tank, so that's going to be interesting.
Yeah, it will be interesting to see him have to, knock him down. I feel like one of his tusks is going to break because I can already see that one was broken. So,
but man. Yeah. Robin being so badass in this chapter, I guess.
Oh yeah, she was like, "Try me. I'm called Devil Child for a reason."
Is that going to be your last will? Oh, like, I'm gonna kill you, and this is the last thing you're gonna say is trying to stop Sanji. You could, okay, well, you're gonna die today, just so you know.
I mean, the one thing that threw me off in the chapter is the Yamamoto part in the Lady Ninja. It was, I mean, I understand with like the surveillance of catching the rat and not giving away their location, but when the people were trying to like break into like the bottom part to attack them, just asking Momonosuke to go into Yamato's like clothing, I thought that was insanely unnecessary. But
yeah,
like it didn't absolutely nothing to the story other than Momonosuke just being a ladies' man, which
yeah,
he is.
It keeps happening.
But to find out that those animals are also, she said they're also cyborgs. So I wonder if that's going to come into play with Frankie at some point. If the animals are if the animals for the Marys with the eyes are cyborgs and Frankie's are cyborg, like, is that going to come into play at some point? Will Frankie do something to these cyborgs? But yeah, Momonosuke being put into Yamato's breast made no sense. Just another little elbow nudge for the adult themes thrown away in this chapter. Because I was also curious if the people that they attacked were actually part of the Alliance and not part of the Beast Pirates, because they called him the new Lord Shogun. So like, I feel like if it was that sounds like something Alliance people would say compared to the Beast Pirates. I feel like they'd be like, "Oh, that super damn twerp is in there. Let's go kill him." Instead of like the new Lord Shogun's in there. So, did they attack the wrong people?
What page was that?
It is page 15.
Maybe they have. It's not like Yamamoto and knows that they're actually on their side now, because like after Chopper came up the cure, people were changing sides anyway.
Yep.
Or the Smile Devil Fruit people, they've eaten the dango or the dumplings. So
we'll see. You just said Chopper, and it made me go back and look at his small panel. I'm excited to see when he gets the antidote complete and out to everyone, because you see he's under the underground with the the other doctor, like the goat doctor, and they're making the vaccine. So I'm really curious as to how long that's going to take, and then that's going to be, like you said, more people to join the Alliance, and that, like they said, in that Go board, they're just turning all the black tiles white.
Yeah, then we get Jack doing Jack things, and then I don't want to call it a cliffhanger, but for Black Maria, Brooke and Robin just stand there. Robin and Brooke look epic at the end page, but Black Maria took her top off.
But also she's got that flaming fan or whatever that is, wheel. I'm excited to see what that's going to hold. I feel like Brooke's ice power is going to be a good fight for that.
Yeah, her staff is super cool, and I'm curious if that head is like someone's actual head or just like a design in it. But that's a really cool staff that she has, and I want to see what power she can conjure with that, because I don't expect webs to be coming from that thing. So what's that thing's additional power?
When I first saw it, I mean, like, I don't think it is anymore, but it looks like Orochi's head in her staff thing. That's when I first read it, but I don't think it actually is, and we'll understand. I think next week we'll understand what actual power that thing possesses.
Right. The tattoo on her back of Woman Trouble, and like them emphasizing that, I'm curious as to why. Like, what is that? What's the correlation there? What's the importance there of that Woman Trouble tattoo? And then, my girl Robin, just, no thanks. I'd rather be dead. You're not going to capture me.
Nonchalant.
And then Brooks.
I thought
blushing.
Yeah, it is. I wonder if he's going to ask her to see her panties. I was thinking, like, is he going to ask her to see her panties? Like, and like, she's a spider.
Oh, he's still gonna ask. There's no way Brooke doesn't ask.
Oh yeah, there's no way he's not gonna ask. But no, I thought like at first like the back tattoo with like a what's her name, Boa Hancock, that it was a replica of the dragon stamp, but it doesn't look like the same pattern at all though. Or it would have been really tough to change the dragon stamp into that kind of tattoo, into that kind of brand.
Well, super excited that this time there's not a 2-week break. It is literally next week. We'll be able to talk about it again and see what happens next. Because this was a short chapter, but a lot of information in it. Information from the battles, even though we didn't get to see the fights, we got to see this one quick panel. So knowing those are still ongoing. Seeing Brooke and Robin in their grand entrance to this Black Maria fight, seeing that Sanji's going to the same place Jack is, so both of them are back up. Jack's back up. He's not completely healed, but he is healed, and as a mythical zone, he is. Well, sorry, he's not mythical, but as a zone,
he's like prehistoric or something like that.
Yeah, he we know he's really durable and can heal pretty quickly because he reattached his tusks. So I'm excited to see their fight, which again just makes me wonder who was Queen gonna fight, because it looks like I thought it would be Sanji and Queen, but it looks like Sanji and Jack.
Yeah, Sanji's gonna run to Jack and be like, "Who the hell are you?"
Put on that raid suit.
Ooh, I do want to see him back in his Germa suit. Or Germa?
Germa
6'6".
Cool. Now it's time for not One Piece again. My Hero Academia. My Hero, chapter 303.
Switching vibes.
Mm-hmm. You couldn't be more right, actually, on that. I didn't think about that. I think I read My Hero first, so I wasn't expecting.
This was.
It's a. Yeah.
Oh, so I was gonna say this to start this one off. My Hero was a lot of talking, but that's what's been happening for a while here. It was just again the in between from a large battle to the recovery period that we're in now. I didn't think Hawks and Best Genius were really just gonna walk up on the Todoroki family and be like, "Hey, we've been listening on your conversation, and we have some things we want to say."
just straight up walked in there like it's their own family, but they did apologize. But Hawks had really good points. I mean, he's like, this is actually an investigation of Dabi, and we need to from the main source of what happened. So the best source that we know, even though we just heard all your very emotional family stuff, is you guys.
I respect Ray so much. The moment Hawks and Best Genius walked in, she bowed immediately and asked for forgiveness for what Toya did. I mean, everyone else is in there, and if Yumi can see Ray start to go down in like the forgiveness bow, and I mean, head to the ground, was just like, I'm so sorry. But then obviously Hawks, whoa, you don't have to do that. Stand up. Please don't do that. It's okay.
It's not like you did anything with illegal denim. And I was like, what is illegal denim? They never elaborated on that.
Best Genius only talks about things in terms of style and fashion. I mean, he talks about catwalks later on. Like, it's only in those words he talks.
Like, Kaki's out this season. It's like, no one asked you that, actually.
That's why he's the top hero, I guess. Man. And then the fact that he straight up called out Shoto's burn and was like, were you also responsible for this? While Shoto's like, personal space, please.
Personally, like, why are you so close to me? But Ray covered that up from Endeavor. I mean, I assume it was Endeavor that gave him the.
No, it was Ray.
Ray.
Yeah, Ray. Wait. So Ray was holding Shoto when he was younger, and I think he was crying, or he was there asking for something, and she was so annoyed because of Endeavor. He reminded her of Endeavor, and it just broke her. And she had a pot of boiling water and just right on his face.
Yeah. Okay, I forgot about that.
And that's why she's saying that one of them forgave her, because Shoto forgave her for doing that.
Yeah, that'd be a rough one.
Hawk's like, yeah, you're better than me because that ain't happening with me and my family.
Yeah, he's like, you're a good Samaritan because if it was me and my family, we'll cut that.
Yeah. Oh man, but yeah, then we go into Hawk selling Endeavor. And you're gonna have to speak. It's hell out there, and
The
everyone's
world
gonna
is
want.
crumbling.
Yeah,
They
every
need number. They need the number one hero back.
it
You're
it's
not the
been
number one
Every
hero people
hero back.
want, but you're the number one hero people need.
it's been two wow. It's been 2 days since everything happened, and the society's in shambles. Heroes have retired. What do they say? Leaders of the core members of the Heroes Public Safety Commission are dead or in the hospital. Like all the convicts have escaped. The main members of the League of Villains, as well as seven near high-end Nomu, are all on the loose, as well as All for One. Just 2 days. It's been 2 days, and it's just in a complete swing in favor
And
of the villain.
freeing 10,000 convicts too. So that's also a problem.
And then like they try to call for support from other heroes around the world, and like they can't. There's no one to do the paperwork and send requests, so like they have no assistance. It's just man, and they're like, Endeavor, you got to speak. You got to tell everyone the truth.
Then, like the little crybaby he is. No.
That's what Natsu thinks.
Yes. Yeah, but they before he started crying, he's like, "Oh, you don't have to burden the shoulder of the pain for all these people. Let's us three top heroes actually join together, and we can all take this on heads on." Which made sense for the chapter name, the top three or three heroes, or what was the chapter name? Yep, top three. So them doing an alliance, I thought was great, and I think it puts the burden off because what Hawks like all three of them together. Because Genus is almost like the publicity person, Hawks is a fanboy, and then Endeavor is the one that gets stuff done. So that's almost like a perfect trio of how to fix a massive problem.
Yeah, and hopefully they can turn things around since obviously All Might's gone. They it has to be them three. Everyone else is dead or retired or too afraid. And Endeavor obviously obliged, but man, Natsu just really cannot stand Endeavor.
Yeah, I mean, resentment's real. Like,
Yeah,
it's hard to forgive stuff like that, especially when you see it's become such a big problem later on. But it's also really being cool seeing Hawk focus on One for All. You're like, I wonder
didn't
how
ex-
that's gonna go.
didn't
Wait,
expect that.
no, that's yeah, no, the that's rest of the world. I mean, we know Deku and some people, if the higher ups of the Hero Society, know what One for All and All for One are, but most of the public, they've never heard of those terms before. They don't know how All Might first became all muscular, then saw some scrawny guy. They didn't know that. That who it was really All Might. The action figures they're buying, he's just some scrawny guy actually, but that's to everybody else that's a mystery. But except Deku, All Might, and Ben guy. I'm blanking on his name.
The what guy?
The grenade guy.
Oh, Bakugo.
Yeah, Bakugo. Thank you.
How'd you forget Bakugo's name? Sorry, I was.
Yeah.
It's just a brain fart.
I wasn't listening in that part because I was trying to look up what Endeavor's quirk is titled in the hero book to see if it does say it's One for All or if it's something else.
Endeavor.
They have the little.
Sorry,
wouldn't
no,
be
All
One for
Might.
All.
No, but that's what because I think because they show the flashback that Endeavor said One for All, and then question mark
Well, it's
question mark
because
because Shigaraki was
Shigaraki said it first.
Yeah, he was obtaining All for One's power, which it's not really him obtaining the power; it's just All for One taking over his body. But
Yeah, he heard it because Shigaraki was looking for One for All, and then Endeavor was like, one for all? Like, what is that? Or why do you need that? And then Hawks was saying, he listened in on those lines when he wasn't supposed to, and now he's like, what is this? And Ray's like, yeah, it ties into, all for one, or sorry, no, that's Fuyumi. She was like, is that related to, all for one? Are these the same quirks? How do these relate? And I guess then obviously, as we knew, it was going to translate to Deku next, which is what Endeavor said. And then we see, like you said, Bakugo's crazy ass.
He's funny. He lightens the tension up after when they tie him up and stroll him off. It's like, aren't you still hurt? He's like, does it look like I'm hurt? He's like, yeah, of course I'm hurt. But he doesn't get to rest because I'm awake.
It's just him being concerned. That's all it really honestly is. Bakugo's concerned.
Tough love.
Yeah, he's concerned. His boy, his friend is injured, and he's woken up. And if his injuries were grave, why hasn't Deku woken up? So just super concerned for his friend. That's all that really is.
And then I am pretty happy that, like, at least my theory on what was going to go on was that Midoriya is going to be talking to all the predecessors now. So hopefully he unlocks all the powers.
That's what I was thinking too. It was him. That's what was happening in the subconscious while he was out. Was him talking. And All Might said he could feel himself in there with him, which is pretty interesting. He was like, my part of me that is now in you, I can feel it in there with you. So you're talking to all the predecessors. That's interesting.
Interesting, and I hope next week we actually go inside Midoriya's mind and actually get to talk to all the predecessors, and Midoriya's getting a power boost. That's power up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which he needs. Which I can't believe he got to fight with Shirogaki with not everything he's learned, and still hold his own. And now get to get all these powers. I'm very excited for my hero.
So he is the 9th predecessor, right? Deku was the 9th predecessor of All for One for All.
Yes,
he has unlocked Danger Sense, Black Whips, Float, and All Might's power.
Mm-hmm.
The originator also didn't have a quirk, so that's 5. So there should be 3 other quirks that he's about to unlock. And I'm curious as to what they could be, or is one somebody else who can regenerate, and that's gonna be a big thing for his fight with Shigaraki. I'm curious as to what his next 3 quirks are gonna be.
And it's hard to even speculate on it because there's everything that's came is just other than Float, it was wasn't expecting that, wasn't expecting that, wasn't expecting that.
I hope for the start of next week, it's like the summer festival where he looks into the empty arena part and just sees all the eyes, but we're in his mind and he's sitting in a room and then all he sees is just eyes on him to start the chapter.
That'd be cool. That would give me the land vibes.
God, this is interesting.
Solid chapters both this week for One Piece and My Hero.
They were. I was very satisfied with this week. Yes. Other than the fact that we were missing Black Clover unknowingly.
We were going to cover Black Clover this week, but they said they were going to come out, and it has not come out. Hopefully, everything is all right with the manga artist. All the best wishes.
Yes.
I enjoyed the reads this week. Looking forward to next week's. I don't think anything too big will happen, but still looking forward to next week's chapters in both. Well, I guess all 3 because we'll have all 3 back next week. So, yeah.
All right, guys. Well, we want to thank you for joining the Monster Trio podcast, and thank you for your support. And until next time.
Peace.
Peace.